No one expected the moment the old man appeared outside the grand mansion with nothing but a small plastic bag in his hand. The house behind him still stood tall and elegant, but everything else had collapsed. Just days earlier, he was a powerful, wealthy patriarch, respected, feared, surrounded by smiles and attention. Now he stood hunched, fragile and silent, dressed in worn clothes, his fortune supposedly gone. In that instant, something invisible shattered, and the truth about love and loyalty began to surface. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and stories that reveal the true nature of the human heart, please take a moment to like this video, comment, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps stories like this reach more people who need hope. His family stood in front of the mansion, lined up like strangers waiting for closure. His well-dressed son avoided eye contact, clearly uncomfortable. The elegant daughter-in-law crossed her arms, already emotionally distant. Even the grandchildren, once spoiled with luxury, looked confused and detached. The announcement had been simple and brutal. The money was gone. Businesses had failed, accounts were frozen, and there was nothing left to inherit. And with that revelation, the love that once filled the air disappeared instantly. Excuses came quickly. Responsibilities, new lives to manage, problems they couldn't afford to carry. No one offered him a place to stay. No one asked how he felt. No one held his hand. The old man listened quietly, not because he was weak, but because this pain was part of a test he had chosen to endure. Still, he never imagined how deeply it would hurt to watch his own blood turn away so easily. As the family slowly began to leave, one figure remained, the cleaning lady, a woman who had worked in that house for over 20 years, quietly cleaning floors, dusting furniture, and witnessing the excess and pride of wealth from the background. She wore a simple uniform, her hands rough from years of hard labor, her life far from luxury. While everyone else stepped back, she stepped forward. She saw not a fallen millionaire, but an elderly man in need. Without hesitation, she gently held his arm and stayed beside him. She didn't ask about money, property, or the future. She simply stayed. In that silent act of compassion, there was more love than he had felt in decades. The days that followed were heavy and uncertain. The old man moved into a small room at the back of the property, while the family discussed selling the mansion. The cleaning lady continued her work, now caring for him as well. She cooked simple meals, reminded him to take his medicine, and listened patiently as he repeated stories from his past. For the first time in his life, he felt seen not for what he owned, but for who he was. At night, regret kept him awake. He thought about how many times he had passed her in the hallway without acknowledgement, how often he had treated her as invisible, and now she was the one making sure he was warm, fed, and safe. The fortune he once valued so highly was gone, but in its place, something far more meaningful had appeared. Weeks passed, and slowly the old man grew stronger, not just physically, but emotionally. He watched the cleaning lady's humility, her honesty, and her unwavering kindness, and he realized how empty his life had been despite all the wealth. The test had revealed a painful truth. Family ties do not guarantee love, and money cannot buy loyalty. Then came the day the family returned to finalize documents. They expected closure, perhaps reconciliation. The old man stood, supported by his cane, his expression calm, but resolute. The cleaning lady stood beside him, unaware of what was about to unfold. With steady clarity, he revealed the truth. The fortune had never been lost. It was all a test, a final attempt to see who would remain when the money was gone. Shock filled the air. Faces turned pale. Guilt and panic replaced indifference, but it was too late. The old man felt no anger, only understanding. He had seen enough. Without cruelty or revenge, he made his decision. A portion of his wealth would be donated, another would secure his remaining years, and a meaningful share would go to the one person who never abandoned him, the cleaning lady, not as charity, but as gratitude. She cried, tried to refuse, said she didn't deserve it. But he knew the truth. She deserved it more than anyone. Before the ending, please comment, "Kindness still exists." If this story moved you, your words matter more than you know. In the end, the old man found peace not through wealth, but through genuine human connection. And the cleaning lady, who never asked for anything, received far more than money. She received respect, dignity, and the proof that goodness, even when unnoticed, always finds its reward. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and share it. Sometimes, all it takes to restore faith in humanity is one true act of kindness.